Kansans are very concerned about tucked deep into this Democrat multi-trillion-dollar tax and spend bills provision giving the IRS $600, as we've talked about. The reality is that there's a lot of distrust about the IRS. We've seen the agency target political opponents and mishandle thousands of tax returns that somehow get leaked to the media. Americans don't want Big Brother spying on their bank accounts and tracking their payments and spending just so Democrats can take more money to Washington for pet projects and special interest groups. Big government and big tech already know so much about us. This new surveillance tool is just another encroachment on our privacy. As ProPublica began publishing this confidential tax information, they announced that they were doing it in the public interest, even though information has been provided to ProPublica through a criminal action. And IRS has a long history of leaking confidential information, and the leaks still continue through the Biden administration. Now, Mr. Sokolow, ProPublica admitted that the tax data may have been secured from our adversaries, including Russia or China. ProPublica stated that the publication of this data was in the public interest. Is your view the publication of confidential tax return information really in the public interest?
Well, I would say what the Supreme Court said in New York Times versus Sullivan, that you cannot penalize the publisher as long as they didn't obtain it by an unlawful means themselves. If a publisher gets the information, they have the First Amendment right to publish it. That does not answer the question. By the way, whether it was Russia or China or anybody else, how is it that the IRS has time to go after Christians engaged, but they don't have time to secure the files of taxpayers so that they are not breached by foreign adversaries? Why is that not a priority? Why is it a priority to not track the dollars of terrorist organizations, but it's a priority to find out what Christian United was up to? And I would be curious to know, Congressman, and I would defer to my colleague at the Liberty Counsel, as to when they contacted the IRS, when Liberty Counsel contacted the IRS, what did they say? What did the IRS respond? Obviously I didn't handle that case. My colleague did. I would be very curious because it goes right to your point. You can't blame the publisher for producing the information. You can blame the IRS for either leaking it or having it available to be leaked. That's the problem.
Yeah, and I agree with you completely. Is that the IRS needs to be doing their job and doing their work, and I know just the attacks that they do on religious and Christian organizations, and I'm a big advocate that we need more safeguards within the IRS to prevent future targeting of some religious organizations, just to prevent the abuses that were being done to everybody here. So I want to thank you, and with that, I'll yield back, Mr. Kelly.